7 life lessons from Richard Branson. Sir Richard Branson. Over the next few moments, I'm going to share with you some very powerful life lessons of Richard Branson. I'm going to ask you, how could you apply what I'm about to share with you to your life today? Let's have a look. We're going to look at what Richard Branson is. He is a risk taker. Could you be more of a risk taker? He's a possibility thinker. What does that mean? He thinks in terms of what is possible, what is out there, what is the difference that we can do to make a difference. He's a reinventor, looking at what already has been invented and thinking, how could we make that even better? He's a creator, a dreamer. He loves to learn. He's a collaborator. Absolutely fascinating. We'll do a dive into this. And he's obsessed with growing and contributing. So, what could we learn from him? Well, you might not know this, but he's been in the news recently because our world has massively changed and less people have been using some of the services that they would normally use. Virgin Atlantic has had some major issues and he had to actually go and ask the British government to help, and they said no. So what did he do? Well, what a lot of people do when they hear no is they give up. But one of the really cool things that he has done is he has invested into his future. He has seen his future and he has got other people to believe in the future that he is trying to create. We're going to look at that in a moment. But the first thing I want to look at is talk about a risk taker. So when we think of Sir Richard Branson, many people think of him as an entrepreneur, like the original entrepreneur. Now, what does that word actually mean? Many people think it comes from a French word meaning a risk taker. And if you want to get ahead in life in any way, shape or form, whatever area of your life, chances are you're going to have to take a few risks. You're going to have to do things that you wouldn't normally do. But when you look a bit deeper into the meaning of that word, it's much older. It comes from a Sanskrit word, which actually means a feeling, a sense that there is something that you have to do. And if you ever have that in your life, which I believe everyone has the capability of doing that, it's not about taking risks. It's about doing what you feel called to do. And in the work that I do, there's nothing better than helping someone work that out so they overcome any obstacle, because they know that the obstacles are just things that they need to overcome. They can overcome to do what they're here to do. So he's much more than a risk taker. He's someone who really believes in possibility. So just going back to that example that I just said, when Richard Branson heard no from the British government about bailing him out, helping him keep his business, his airline company alive, he didn't give up on that. So he's got Virgin Galactica, which is about going into space. And he really thought long and hard about the future of that business. And he got other people, very cleverly done, to invest in his future, the future of the business. So by getting that money, he was able to save Virgin Atlantic. But this isn't something that just people like Richard Branson has done. Jeff Bezos, who is the owner of Amazon, he only owns 11% of Amazon. It's the same with Elon Musk. He owns 20% of Tesla. What have they done? They've got people to invest in the future of their business, so they've got money to do something with their business today. Now, whether you're into business or not, if you're able to think about the only thing that really exists in the universe, it's possibilities. Go outside when the sky's at night and there's no cloud in the skies and look up and see what you see. You'll see only one thing: space and stars. And in between all of that is possibility. There are endless possibilities for people like you and me to do great things. Richard Branson was one of those people. You know, when he launched Virgin Airways, the New York Times said that he was crazy, that no one would fly on an airline called Virgin. But did he give up? In fact, when Richard Branson did his first flight and he went home, his bank manager was there on his doorstep basically telling him, Sir Richard, well, he wasn't called Sir Richard then, you're making a big mistake. We're not going to back you. So did he give up? No, he kept going. You can be a risk taker. You can be a possibility thinker, and you can reinvent. You know what you could do? You could reinvent yourself. You could think about your life right now and do something truly amazing. Redesign, reevaluate, reposition yourself. You don't have to be who you are. You could be anything that you want to be. And people love reading books like his book, Screw It, Just Do It, or his autobiography. People love books like that because they must identify with the character. Otherwise, they wouldn't read. You wouldn't watch a film if you didn't identify with the character or some of the characters in the film. You're the character in your own life. Right here, right now, you're playing a part. And if we see ourselves as separate to people like this, we'll never rise up. You have the opportunity to be like Sir Richard Branson, to be a creator, to dream. He's a dreamer and he's dreamed big. We can all dream. And what he loves to do is he loves to learn. What about you? What would you love to learn? There's so much to learn out there that could feed our brain, that could feed our body, that could inspire us to take action. And what he's done in so many cases is he's collaborated. So this word here, I wanted to put a collaborator, but it's co-laboring, realizing, especially today in the world that we live, it's very hard for us to do things on our own. We need to find people that we can co-labor with. How can I help you? Just as Martin Luther King said all those years ago, the most important question that we should be asking people is, what can I do for you? Which leads me to number 7, growth and contribution. I've had the opportunity to spend time with Sir Richard Branson. Some of you maybe know this, he's a dyslexic. And I'm very dyslexic as well. I had the opportunity to present at an event where he was, and I spoke to him. And he was telling me that he's obsessed now with finding solutions to some of the biggest problems that the world is facing. You know, our time on this earth is limited, and he's decided that his life would be more fulfilled by growing and contributing and looking to make a difference to this world. So what about you? Let's just do a quick summary of all of this and ask the question right now, how could you be a bit more of a risk taker? What could you do that maybe you've been putting off? How could you be more entrepreneurial in your life? What do you have a big sense of that you need to do in this world? We talk about this in the work that we do when we coach people, the big 3. Being a risk taker with your health and your energy in terms of improving it. Being a risk taker in your relationships, looking to be a better person to your friends, your family. Where could you be a risk taker in your work, in your service? Because the world is full of possibility, but we have to change our mindset in many cases because most of us don't have that mindset of growth. Most of us think negatively, but we can change that. We can reinvent ourselves. We can create a better world for us, for the people that we know. We can love to learn and be curious. How can I learn from this? What can I use from this? We can collaborate. How can I help you? What do you need? I'm here to help. And we can grow and contribute. I'm sure when Sir Richard Branson watches this, he will go, this is exactly my message. I don't want people to look at me and think, I'm this incredible human being. I want people to realize that in themselves. And that is the point of making this video. I really genuinely appreciate you watching this. Check out my book, Inspirators. That is about becoming a creator, becoming someone who is inspired about possibilities. You'll see, we'll bring up a link here and you can download a copy of that book for free. It's absolutely yours. Thank you so much for watching the video. We really appreciate it. Make sure you have a happy, happy, beautiful day. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.